Chair lays out the following resolution. Secretary, please read the resolution.
Senate Resolution 832. Whereas between 1933 and 1945, Nazi Germany carried out the systematic persecution and annihilation of 6 million European Jews, as well as millions of other people. And this mass slaughter, known as the Holocaust, will forever signify the devastating results of unchecked intolerance, racism, and cruelty. And whereas although it is a painful and wrenching experience to reflect on the tragic events that occurred during those dark years, it is only through remembrance that we can rightfully acknowledge and honor the men, women, and children whose lives were brutally cut short. Jews became the primary victims of the state-sponsored genocide, while Roma, Poles, disabled individuals, homosexuals, Jehovah's Witnesses, Soviet prisoners of war, and political dissidents were also persecuted. Ultimately, all of these groups were decimated under the tyranny of the Third Reich. And whereas this horrific and shameful history is a powerful reminder of our responsibilities as citizens of a democracy, to remain vigilant against hatred, bigotry, and violence, and to defend the causes of individual freedom, national liberty, and equality and respect for every human being. Moreover, we must reject the false claims of those who deny the Holocaust. And whereas each year the United States Holocaust Memorial Council designates an 8-day period as the Holocaust Days of Remembrance, and this year's commemoration extends from Sunday, May 1st through Sunday, May 8th, 2011. And whereas the events of the Holocaust are inextricably linked to the obligation of people everywhere to uphold the cause of human rights, and as we, the people of Texas, recall this disturbing time in history, may we also be mindful of our duty to stand firm against all forms of injustice. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Senate of the State of Texas, 82nd Legislature, hereby recognize May 1st through 8th, 2011 as the Holocaust Days of Remembrance, and encourage all Texans to do their part to keep the stories of Holocaust victims and survivors alive. By Watson.
The chair recognizes Senator Watson on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, today is truly a day of remembrance in so many different ways. The resolution that has just been read reminds us of all of those who were lost as a result of the Holocaust, and also reminds us of our need to never forget. I'm personally, and I know all of us on this floor, we develop such relationships as part of being a part of this Senate. That's one of the great things about being a part of the Senate. But particularly on this day, when it is the birthday of one of our dear friends, it's an opportunity for us to stop, take a moment, and not only say thank you to her for what she means to each one of us individually, but also to say to Senator Shapiro how much we love her and the story that we know of her family. This is a special day. We're joined on the Senate floor today by Jay Rubin, who's the Chief Executive Officer of the Jewish Federation of Greater Austin. And he is here today as a representative of so many of our friends and our family members who we are remembering today. Also, members, Monday, May 2nd is Yom HaShoah Day. That's Holocaust Remembrance Day. It commemorates the lives and heroism of the 6 million Jewish people who died in the Holocaust between 1933 and 1945. It's been a tradition that people gather together in a public location and read aloud the names of those who lost their lives. And this morning, starting at 10 o'clock, and it will go until 7 o'clock today, everyone is welcome to join me and others at the open-air rotunda in the extension as we gather together to read those names. And just at some point today, come by at your convenience and participate in this remembrance. Mr. President, I move passage of Senate Resolution number 832, and I also ask that today we adjourn in memory of all of those who died in the Holocaust on this Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Thank you, Senator Watson. Senator Williams, you're recognized on the resolution.
I rise in support of your resolution. I want to thank you for bringing this before us today and share with you that one of the most moving experiences of my life was when I had the opportunity to travel to Israel with Senator Shapiro and visit the Holocaust Museum there, Yad Vashem. I'm probably butchering that, but it was a life-changing experience for me, and it is so important that we never forget the horror that was brought down upon these people during that dark period of our history. And thank you for bringing this resolution to us.
Thank you, Senator Williams. Senator Shapiro, you're recognized.
I'm going to do my best. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you so much, Senator Watson. I really appreciate what you did. You knew that I couldn't do it, and so I'm very grateful to you. And Senator Williams, thank you. I would be remiss today if I didn't recognize that my father also shares my birthday today, and he's been gone for 4 years, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him. He is, as all of you know, a survivor of the Holocaust. But I also would like to, in honor of my immediate family that died, I would like to read into the record my aunt, Erna Dorfman, who died at age 17 and was killed at Bergen-Belsen. My grandfather, Robert Dorfman, who died in Auschwitz, and my grandmother, Frieda Dorfman, who also died at Bergen-Belsen. And I just want to say thank you for doing this and for honoring me as I honor them. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Shapiro. Senator Seliger, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. This is a solemn day. Engraved on the shrine at Yad Vashem in Israel are the words in Hebrew, never again. Never again can this happen. This must never happen again. But if it is never to happen again, it's not because of words engraved on buildings. It is on emotions engraved in hearts. That there is, unfortunately, almost no limit to man's inhumanity to man if it is not carefully scrutinized and if responsible people don't act to prevent it. It sounds trite to say, but there was a lesson in the Holocaust, and that lesson is that if responsible and compassionate people don't watch under those who are not as strong or who are weaker, that these things have happened before and they can happen again. It is up to us, to whom those words resonate, to those who had family members in parts of Europe during that period of time. It is up to us to see that it happens never again. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Seliger. Senator Ellis, you're recognized on the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, I too would like to thank Senator Watson for giving us this resolution. And thank you, Senator Seliger. In particular, thank you, Senator Shapiro, for helping us to put a real face on lessons that we can learn from our history. I had the privilege of working with Senator Shapiro on legislation to create our State Genocide Commission, which is doing great work all around our state to make sure that our young kids can benefit from our history as well. And in closing, I just want to make a comment to Senator Shapiro. I'm so glad that her father was here when her Governor for the Day event was held, and I will always look back and fondly remember. I was trying to figure out what to say at the end of a colleague's Governor for a Day event since I came up at the end, and then I thought that we had not recognized her parents. And when I made a comment about her parents, you remember, Senator, with such a thunderous applause. It's a day that we will always remember. But thank you for presenting this resolution.
Thank you, Senator Ellis. Senator Williams, you're recognized.
Mr. President, I'd move that all the members' names be added to the resolution.
Members, you've heard the motion by Senator Williams. Is there objection? Hearing none, so ordered. Senator Watson has moved adoption of the resolution. Is there objection? Chair hears none. So ordered. Thank you, members.